A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic turn of events during Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's six-day visit to China, Australian journalists found themselves at the center of a tense encounter with local security officials. The incident unfolded just hours before Albanese's pivotal talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing. The Prime Minister's visit is aimed at fostering economic ties between Australia and China, but the confrontation highlighted the challenges faced by foreign media in a tightly controlled environment. The journalists, representing major Australian networks including ABC, SBS, 9, 7, and Sky News, were filming at the historic Drum and Bell Towers area, a popular tourist destination in Beijing. Accompanied by Australian diplomatic staff, the reporters had secured written permission from local authorities to film in the public space. However, their work was interrupted when a group of approximately 8 security officers approached them, questioning their authorization and demanding to see their footage. Stephen Dzik, the ABC's foreign affairs reporter traveling with Albanese, described the encounter as non-threatening but indicative of the political climate in China. According to Dzik, the security personnel might have been local municipal guards tasked with monitoring the area. They might have been security guards employed by the local municipal council who were employed by that council to try and keep an eye on the area, he stated. Despite the initial tension, Australian diplomats intervened, asserting the journalists' rights to be present and film. The situation escalated when security guards attempted to block the journalists from leaving the area, claiming they needed to wait for police. Ultimately, after discussions between Australian officials and the guards, the journalists were allowed to leave without further incident. Dzik noted that while the encounter was unsettling, it served as a reminder of the strict media controls in place in China. He reflected on the contrast between the more open atmosphere in Shanghai, where the delegation had been just days prior, and the restrictive environment in Beijing. As Albanese prepared to meet with Xi, the discussions were expected to cover sensitive topics including trade relations, security concerns, and the presence of Chinese warships around Australia. The Prime Minister's delegation included executives from major banks and mining companies, emphasizing the economic focus of the visit. The meeting between Albanese and Xi took place in the ornate East Hall of the Great Hall of the People, where the two leaders exchanged pleasantries and discussed the importance of bilateral cooperation. Xi praised Albanese for his efforts to strengthen ties between the two nations, stating, "We've reached many common understandings with efforts from both sides." However, the earlier confrontation with security officials served as a stark reminder of the differing political systems at play. In China, media reporting is tightly controlled, and incidents like the one experienced by the Australian journalists are not uncommon. This incident echoed a previous occurrence in which Chinese officials attempted to obstruct the view of an Australian news anchor during a press event in Canberra. As the high-level talks commenced, the focus remained on finding common ground amid regional tensions. Both leaders expressed a commitment to pursuing mutually beneficial cooperation, but the underlying challenges of media freedom and political transparency continue to loom large over the relationship between Australia and China. In conclusion, while Albanese's visit to China aims to enhance economic cooperation and address pressing issues, the incident involving journalists underscores the complexities that come with reporting in a country where media freedom is severely restricted. As the world watches, the outcomes of these discussions will likely have lasting implications for both nations. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.